Yo, what's good everybody? It's Chase. Welcome to another Bitcoin analysis video sponsored by PrimeXBT. I'm going to throw some real quick alpha at you, right? If you're trying to build up your Bitcoin, just think about this. Every time you make a new account and deposit with the bonus, you get an extra 50%. So you can literally just deposit your risk. So if your risk is say like 0.05 per trade, right? You risk 0.05 BTC per trade. You would get 0.075 to trade with. And if you blow the account, then just make a new one and you can do it again. So you get a 50% bonus on your profit basically on every single move. Whether you can be arsed or not to making a brand new account every single time, that's up to you, but it's pretty crazy. I think it's somewhat of a loophole, to be honest. All right, so let's get into these charts, right? Sorry for the dog in the background, nothing I can do at the moment. So we got our major SR level here, right? Talked about this on crypto Twitter. I said, if we come up to here, it's just too good of a level not to short. I did take the short, somewhat of a hedge. I did somewhat have, bull market PTSD, thinking it might plow right through. But, like I said, too good of a level, right? We could see integral here. Support, 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 resistance. There you go, clean as they come. So that had to be taken. We'll see how that goes, but we all know what we're all here for, and that's the intraday volatility. So let's get into that. I think the most important thing you can do when it comes to, obviously you start up a fresh chart and we're looking for setups for the day. We need to figure out what got us to here and in what direction we're most likely heading. And in order to figure that out, we need to see where's the support, where's the draw on liquidity, all those things. So let's start talking about that right now. We drop down, we put in a high, we mark that high out. Okay, eventually we're going to interact with it. We interacted with it right here. I posted this on crypto Twitter. I said deviation, point and arrow downwards. Okay, we closed that right around here, around 18,200. Okay, came up, retested. That would have been another entry. I didn't take that one though. All right, so at that point, we had come up, we had put in a low here. Obviously right now we're looking for areas of liquidity because we just want to see what direction we may be headed. We took this liquidity, we ran all the way up to the high on the resistance. Okay, sort of chopped down a bit here. I posted this morning on CT that I said that I think we would be coming up above here to take all this liquidity, run this, and then drop down to this untested support right here. Okay, please, whatever whale is front running me by 20 points or whatever, please stop. I beg you. Like I'm missing. This was such a great easy move to take. It was so clean, and unfortunately, I guess just didn't catch the fill, right? Yeah, I had drawn before it even dropped. I drew it as this, right? Expected it to come up, go into this untested resistance right here. We're gonna come back down. Gonna retest this level and get in all the way to the untested support here. And how would we play this? Well, as always, two options, right? If you take the first option, which is just the blind short, you're gonna get the best possible risk reward you can, but you're also risking the chance, well, and we'll explain another way that you might even get better risk reward, but you're also taking the chance that it just plows right through and you get stopped out. You don't really have much confirmation there. The way I've been trading more or less lately is that I look for the confirmation, and the confirmation we can see is in here. Okay, we can see that we come up, we take all the liquidity into resistance, the level is reclaimed, and then at this point is when we get short. Depending on how high the deviation is where we put the stop. This is where you might even be able to get a better risk reward, right? If the deviation was only very small. But if say, let's pretend it was normal, you get slightly less R and you go to target, and that's the goal from there. Okay, now since price has somewhat moved in the opposite direction that I thought, I thought that it would come up here first and then it would come down to here and then it would go up. But right now we didn't run this liquidity area and we're coming down. So potentially from here, if we come into support level here, this is looking like a long possibility right here. Once again, same thing we just did on this side, okay? You can take the blind long. It's a bit more risky. We're targeting liquidity area. Excuse me. and untested resistance right here, okay? The other way, and which is what's been happening a lot lately in BTC, is when it comes down and it tests support, it typically doesn't give you this just, you know, awesome wick and come right back up. It does sometimes, but it's more rare on these lower time frames. Typically you're getting a test of support, a little bounce, a deviation through the level, then you're coming back up, you're retesting it a few more times, and then you get your market structure break. Okay, watch for the market structure break. You enter here, stop below the low, and you are targeting, obviously, as we said right here, this liquidity area. Okay, and that is, you know, more conviction on your trade right there, although most likely you're going to get less risk reward, although, you know, 3 risk reward is still good. Okay, so let's see, what else is there to talk about? If we bounce from here, probably watching, you know, this little breaker in here. I'm not sure if it's going to matter. I mean, we did, you know, break down through it pretty hard. Might get a little rejection there. Really, it seems like we're sort of front running everything right now, right? You know, we front ran this move. So far, we're front running this move, although it's not over yet. We still might come down and tap this. And I thought that on this move right here that we might come up and retest this little breaker area, but we did not. So to me, I guess it just means that, you know, we're consolidating here potentially for a larger move. I think there is a possibility that we're going to be putting in lower highs here. So let's say we come down and we test this, right? So we do our little move, boom, we get in, we know how it goes. We come up towards resistance. We take this liquidity, again, we would play it the same way on this side. We take the rejection. At that point, we put in a higher low. I didn't mean to draw it that low. We would put in a higher low that would be somewhere probably like here, right? So we would look at this sort of sweep. It probably reclaims this sweep around here. And then we put in a higher low, something like this. And then our target to the upside is the liquidity above these equal highs right here. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some actionable setups for the upcoming hours or days. We'll see how this range develops. Like I said, you know, resistance here. Let's watch for the deviation and reclaim. Let's watch for the test of this untested support level here, which is confluent with the market structure break. Right, we can see we had the market structure here. This is the consolidation that led to the market structure break. Okay, so we're watching this resistance, we're watching this support. If it moves in this direction, we're watching for a potential higher low, in which we'd be targeting towards around 18.9K or so. Okay, hopefully this is helpful. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day.